another video, and today I'm just going to talk real quick. Not going to be a very long video, just the whole situation with the pros. So obviously everybody has seen that Clayster has been dropped from the Dallas Empire, and it's going to be Shotzi, Hook, Illy, and Crimsix. Obviously I personally thought that Crimsix was going to obviously get the nudge over Clayster, personally, because he won the MVP in the finals, even though Crim said that Clayster played better than him overall wise. But everybody knew that they were going to keep Crimsix. He is now, at least people are saying he's the GOAT now. I'm not really going to talk about that, and I'm not going to get into that debate. It's going to be something for another day. But so with that happening, Clayster has the option to go almost anywhere, because I'm pretty sure a lot of teams are going to want somebody like Clayster, a veteran who just came out of winning COD champs and is a leader, can bring in talent like how he brought in the BZ and Simp. So you got Clayster with all these talents, and still, I personally still think he is a very strong player. He can be a superstar in many days, and sure, some days he may lack, but he personally, I think he can be a star player, even though he sure he isn't the greatest player of all time, as in how Crimsix is. I personally think that Clayster still can be a valued asset to the league. So with that in the way, who could Clayster go to? Well, let's check out on the London Royal Ravens, where Wuskinz and Skrapz supposedly are now free agents. A lot of people thought that the whole London Royal Ravens were dropped. They're actually just free agents. They could opt in or opt out. I personally think they might be opting out, or unless they get a strong roster for 4v4. Since personally, even though I'm very excited for like the whole UK super team, I don't know if they will actually be that strong in 4v4. Sure, Druid has had his ups and downs last season, but he could still be a top talent. But I don't know who would you put in that last position. Maybe Shawnee, I don't know. But if you're keeping it a full UK, I don't think you'll be able to go to the top. Obviously, you're gonna need Wuskinz and Skrapz if you want to go full UK. But personally, you could pick up somebody who is potentially being dropped. So like maybe Pristini, or a lot of players are being dropped. Even Gunless is being dropped. But I heard Gunless is just trying to look out for the other situations, even teasing the whole Rise Nation comeback, but I don't think that's ever gonna happen. So instead of London Royal Ravens completely being dropped, it's just thing is if they're gonna be opt in or opt out. But supposedly people thought that the Royal Ravens were, well, Skrapz and Wuskinz were dropped due to Wuskinz saying he got a call on stream, but it's just them being free agents, still opting in or opting out, like how in the NBA players can opt in or opt out. But at a certain point they have to decide. They could opt out and still re-sign with the team for even higher value, but I don't know. I'm pretty sure they're just gonna wait until they see where the talent's gonna go, and where the talent goes, maybe London will pick up a couple great players and they'll re-sign, or they'll probably just opt out, get into better talent, and because their main goal is to win. Sure, it would be nice if they won with London, but if they can win somewhere else, they're gonna leave. So that's why I'm saying, sure, the whole UK thing, yeah, super team of UK, that's great, but if the team isn't getting enough talent for them to succeed, well, you're gonna have an issue there. So I personally think Skrapz and Wuskinz are just waiting till they are told who they're resigning or who they're signing, and they're gonna see if they can opt in or opt out. Also, this is a very shitty situation for the pros, since a lot of them are losing their jobs, and a lot of them are scrapping around for teams. But these are the first two people to get affected. Who's next? Probably Gunless is gonna be put into some rumors, and some other teams are probably gonna drop some players just to put in Gunless. Gunless could still be one of the best players in the world. Just his attitude and his issues with his team could really affect him. But that's just my personal opinion. You'll also have Optic Gaming, who I perceive that they probably will split apart, since I don't think Slasher would want to stay on that team after the whole situation with Dashi and everybody with their talent. Draza and Hollow, I don't know where those guys are going to go. They're probably going to stay. If not, it's probably going to be Kenny, Slasher, Hollow, and Draza sticking together. TJ, I don't think he's going to stay on the same team. I don't think he's going to stay on that team. I think they're probably going to be thinking, well, we could probably drop TJ and get somebody else, or we could keep him as a sub, since the minimum now is 5 players, which is another topic for another day, which I will be making about the whole situation with players and teams dropping players. But yeah, this is a really odd situation, since we never really had this in the Call of Duty League. Never really had to drop players due to a rule change, and it's probably going to lead to a lot of talent going somewhere else, and a lot of talent having to obviously find a place to, I guess, live. But I don't know, it's a really tough situation for most players. But what I'm really wondering is, where's Wuskinz and Skrapz gonna go if they do not resign? I think they're gonna resign, but who are they gonna play with if they do resign? Since I don't think they're gonna be keeping Shawnee. Jerd probably might stay, but I think as a sub. Rated probably not gonna play again. Like, they have so many players. Dylan obviously is gonna stay. Dylan, it's like a BO4 type game, so if it's a BO4 type game, I'm pretty sure Dylan, Skrapz, and Wuskinz would be a really strong team. Just who's their fourth? Who's gonna be a talent that's attracting Skrapz and Wuskinz to resign? Even though UK Super Team would be nice, like, even though Jerd wasn't playing that well, having a speed team like Dylan, Jerd, Skrapz, and Wuskinz, that would be a really strong team if it is just like BO4 movement, since we all know that Dylan is extremely talented in BO4 type movement and really fast paced movement, since he could single-handedly carry a team. But we don't know. It could be something different. It could be that the guys are just moving to a different team and finding better talent to play with to win. And that's just fine with me, because if the main goal is to win, and if you can't win somewhere, you have to leave. That's how it is. That's all I have to talk about today. What do you guys think about this whole offseason? Who do you guys think is the next player to move or opt out of the contract? Hey, don't forget about Octane. He's still by himself over there in Seattle. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.